Hey everybody, NY Angler Mike Bell here. We just wrapped up the Bass Nation Northeastern Regional in the St. Lawrence River. Was really hoping to be fishing today, not sitting out here doing a tournament recap, but real fortunate event. I finished up 42nd. But we're out here doing a recap video. Like I said, we got traffic that's going to keep going by. The fishing room's filled with boxes as we're getting ready to move. Practice, we'll start with that, was focused on bed fishing, locating the fish, seeing where there was more beds in small areas so we didn't have to make big runs. We all know what gas prices are like nowadays, so it's not cheap filling out the boat. But we found a decent amount of fish. I threw a hair jig around some scattered shallow rock in some areas. Drop shot and Ned rig was pretty much my other two baits of choice. Now come around for day one of the tournament, we made a run up past where I was practicing a little bit, and we went into a little protected area, had about 6 to 14 foot flats. It kept coming up and down. A little bit of current would depend how shallow it would get. The shallower, the more current there'd be. But we're bed fishing. We started out on a 5-pounder in shallow my boater got. Then we started working around looking for fish. Now, the big key to my success on day one was these 9s optics right here, guys. This is a high contrast chartreuse lens. It is the best lens I've found when it comes down to sight fishing. Perfect at finding those beds, those differences in bottom, those rocks up shallow. Really helps me kind of do that. And then once I found the beds, I'd flip to them. If I couldn't get anything to react or got short striked, I could grab the flogger. I ended up catching on day one of my better fish on this Ned rig right here from Bass Snacks. It's my color, Bell's Beat Down. I add a little bit of anise craw from Liquid Mayhem onto that. The fish kept short striking my bait. That combo right there made him commit. I watched him choke it down with the flogger, set the hook, got him in. It was a 3-2, so that one stayed in my bag. Then we kept going around, and the rest of my fish came off of this. I actually caught a 4-pounder just free casting out off of the ledge. It was in about 15 to 17 foot. Super short leader. Fish could have been on a bed, but I think it was just roaming. Set up right there. Chick magnet, smallie smasher. 7'1" medium light Omen Black from 13 Fishing. It's an extra fast rod, has just the right amount of backbone, but just the right amount of flex in the tip for me to feel all the differences on bottom, me to feel those light bites. And then with my Ned rig, it's an older rod, but it's hard to beat. It's the Fate Black. It's a 6'10" medium light. It is just a fast action. I want a little bit harder tip on my Ned rig rod versus the drop shot, but this bait was awesome, always is awesome when it comes down to dragging on bottom or fishing on net beds. I ended up having 11-12 on day one, was sitting in 18th place. Day two, we fished completely different, no bedded fish. My boater was throwing top waters and spinner baits across points, stuff like that, current breaks. He did decent, he got a few 4-pounders. I was able to pick up one on a hair jig on one of his points. Now I added just a Maxent flatworm. I trimmed it up. It's black to match the bait, just to give it a little more weight because the 1/8 ounce jig's pretty hard to cast. But it's the Fate V3 from 13. It's my first time finally getting to use this outfit here. Got a Kalon A. Awesome combination. Like I said, 7'6" medium light, but a little bit longer, lighter rod, allowing me to make those long casts without getting up shallow and scaring the fish that we were casting to on rocks. Worked real good in practice. Like I said, it got me a good bite on day one. Didn't really stick in my bag. It was a 3-pounder, caught a lot of 3-pounders, but day two, it really saved me. Like I said, smallie smasher. I'm gonna give you guys a look at this color up front here. It's on this side. Phenomenal color up north right there. Terminal tackle. Wu Tungsten. Chokar hooks, best setup I found right there. And of course, my finesse line is always 12-pound X-Plasm Asigi from Sunline and 7-pound FC Sniper. I've used some of the other line. This right here is the best finesse line. It's so soft, sensitive, and strong. I mean, I can barely bite through it. It's only 7-pound test. But New York State ended up taking the best team in the event, which is awesome. Makes 2 years in a row. I really appreciate all the support, guys. We got the Bassmaster Opens on Oneida in 2 weeks, and we're ready to go. Thanks for watching.